What's up, guys? Let's continue on with part two of logical dating and single moms on the verge of mental breakdown after finding out that no men want her. Let's continue.
Women are the biggest cheaters, but love complaining about cheating. It is so important to listen, to understand, and not just respond, right? I appreciate this comment. She says, I usually like your content. I don't know about this. I'm going to just say this again, just for people who don't understand. Anytime we talk about anything in relationships, women always bring up cheating. Always. And the point of my conversation around forgiving my husband 20 times over letting 20 other men play with me, where did I say cheating? Where did I say forgive my husband for cheating 20 times? I said I would rather forgive my husband 20 times than let other men play with me. That's what I said. And I was referencing Keisha Cole couldn't forgive her husband at that time for cheating, right? But she's let multiple men play with her, whether that was cheating on her, embarrassing her, lying to her, whatever it might have been. But y'all get so fixated on cheating that you cannot understand. If you think that you're going to be married to anyone and think that you're not going to have to forgive them for many different things over the years, it could be infidelity. It could be something dealing with your finances. It could be something dealing with your children. It's a multitude of things. So that's my point. I would rather go through it with my husband and we work through things together and I forgive him rather than go out here in the world and let a bunch of different men play with me. But again, women who are the biggest cheaters, women are out here cheating real bad, love to always bring up cheating in the conversation. So if you listen to understand and not be so focused on men cheat, girl, again, as I said, you won't be in a marriage with anyone if you think forgiveness is not going to be a piece, a big key to being in your marriage for many, many years. You're going to have to forgive your partner over and over and over again. It may not be the same thing. It could be the same thing. They could have a spending problem. You might have to forgive them over and over for having whatever it is. You're going to have to, I would rather go through with my one husband than walk out in this world and let a bunch of different men play in my face. Period.
Yeah, I mean, women do love to play the moral police about cheating while out there rewriting the biggest cheater Hall of Fame. I mean, sure, let's just pretend forgiveness and marriage or some Disney montage of rainbows and shared bank accounts, but no, it's not. Marriage is an endurance marathon of forgiving things like overspending or emotional meltdowns, and sometimes, yes, even infidelity, but that's my hard line. Infidelity is basically over. But here's the kicker. Many women love to zero in on male cheating while conveniently glossing over their own flings. The fun fact, studies show women cheat at a nearly same rate as men, but they tend to be sneakier about it. So maybe instead of shaming men 24/7, ladies, look in the mirror. Who's really playing who here?
This is what I mean. Women want to completely remove responsibility for themselves, and I don't know why. Like, yes, I'm going to hold women to a higher standard because I am a woman. I'm a woman. I'm around females all the time, honey. And I see it all the time. I don't need to speak to a man. They have men speaking to men about them doing disgusting shit. I'm going to speak to the women, right? So let's keep it with us and stop trying to run away from responsibility. Reasons as to why I hold women to a higher standard. Well, one of them is that y'all allow these men to just run through you and then blame them for running through you when you gave them that option to do so. That's a responsibility on your part, baby. You can't sit here and call all the men disgusting because, honey, you allowed it. Like the dude got mad at all the men for sleeping with the Lily Phillips girl. Why are you mad when this is what she wanted to do? So what if the prize? She's gonna go and do it again. At some point, we have to be responsible for ourselves. And y'all don't want to be responsible for yourself. I don't know why. You're not a child.
No, I mean, total facts there. I mean, personal accountability is the kryptonite of modern feminism. Men may be disgusting. Okay, but ladies are out there handing out VIP passes to be ran through like a theme park. Women want to be the CEO of their lives, but turn into toddlers when consequences show up. And here's a truth bomb. You can't scream men are trash while being the one handing out the garbage bags. Blaming men for a woman's behavior, please, that's like blaming a lion for eating a zebra that willingly strolled into the den. I mean, ladies, grow up. Self-respect starts with you. Quit outsourcing accountability.
Do not tell them that you like them. I've had so many women reach out to me and be like, well, how does he know that I like him if I've never told him? Girl, he thinks that you like him. If you're responding to him, he thinks that you like him. I can't even explain to you how many guys have sent me their conversations being like, do you think she's still into me? And the girl has sent him an anti-ghost text like 3 times already. I don't know where they get it from, but a lot of guys are delulu. They say we're delulu, but they are delulu, okay? And they think that we like them all of the time. You never have to verbally tell them. You never have to verbally tell a man that you like him. If he says, I really like you, you could be like, me too. That's your opportunity. But in no way, shape, or form are you going to be like, I just want to let you know I'm having a really good time with you and I like you. Ooh. Like I cannot.
Ladies, your twisted game of emotional charades is exhausting. Like, don't tell them you like them. I mean, really? So we're now encouraging the fine art of gaslighting dudes into second guessing their existence. And then you wonder why men go their own way or grab their passports for traditional women abroad. Guys aren't mind readers. They're not psychic wizards. Just human beings looking for clarity. Communication builds trust and not a passive-aggressive circus. And here's a pro tip for men. If she's playing these fucking games, she's already too much drama. Swipe left and find someone who doesn't need a cryptic decoder ring.
Get on your knees. That's all you need to do is just get on your knees and they could solve so many issues. I think we could solve so many worldly issues if more people just got on their knees. Because hear me out. I went down on my husband like he was a lollipop for the first year of a relationship, just non-stop, all the time. 2 years later, we're engaged. 2.5 years later, we're married, closing on a house. 3 years later, I just up and adopt a dog, just buy our second dog, no conversation, no context. I just do it. He's not even mad about it. I have the good health insurance. The good health insurance. I can go to chiropractor, it costs me nothing. I'm just saying, going down on him, her, everyone could solve your lifely problems. It could make everyone happen. There could be no war if men were just routinely getting sucked off. He could be happier. My husband has advanced his career, providing more for our family because I routinely get down on my knees and empower him by degrading myself. So hear me out. Just get on your knees. In a year from now, you can be engaged. Just think about it as a long-term investment.
So get on your knees and solve world peace. I mean, I don't know about world peace, but she's not wrong for the most part. And you could say the secret to a happy marriage is turning men into a walking lollipop. And I'm not knocking what she says, but I'm sure most guys would agree with her. And a lot of guys would be more relaxed. That's a given. And have that extra step in their day. That's a given too. It's obvious, but don't build your relationship strictly on sexual servitude, unless that's a dynamic you're looking for, but I'm not saying withhold it. As a couple, you'll have the balance that you're looking for. So whatever works for you, that's what you go with. It's not being a slave or degrading yourself or anything like that, because that's what you guys want. And that's what you guys want. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. But the message really should be is don't withhold or weaponize bedroom relations within your relationship. That can ruin a relationship really quick. And like I said, as for frequency, it's just something for the couple to decide on. I'm just like touching at the 30,000 foot view here. Really, we could do a whole episode on this. But let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comments.
So I'm not condoning or telling good men to lie, but helping women and good men to understand that as women, you'll hear this many times today, that we are not emotionally mature enough to handle the responsibility of knowing the truth. So how do we understand that, both as women and good men, and find what works in the relationship? It's not good or bad. We literally are wired differently, and we literally live in 2 different realities. Good men must know you cannot trust your wife with the truth, and yet there are times you are going to need to share the truth, and we'll talk about how to do that for good men and how as women to handle that. But good men need to see the reality of their wife and understand the dynamics in your marriage so that you are not duped by your wife, that you are supposed to be completely transparent, which is what we gaslight you to think you should do, but you can't. And this is for us as women to understand our differences, accept them, and find a path forward in the marriage that works. As I shared, I'm not emotionally mature enough and in my wiring as a woman to handle all the truths my husband might tell me. And I have a very, very honest husband that knows, and if Gev was with me today, would tell you he overshares. He's an oversharer. He knows that. And I have to embrace it to make me stronger, but I can't always handle everything he tells me. And there's plenty that I would rather not know. And when we can embrace that and know that about ourselves as women, we can get out of our fantasy and wrong thinking that we need to know every little thing and every deep thought or fear or feeling from our husbands, and embrace our differences and find that dance and actually create a safe environment when something does need to be shared, that we can put on our big girl pants, find the emotional maturity in us and work through it and not weaponize it against our husbands. 5 reasons a good man should not be honest with his wife. And knowing that there are caveats to this and not condoning lying, but understanding our differences as women and good men.
So basically, good men shouldn't tell their wives the truth. Really? I mean, so when women are admitting they can't handle the truth and somehow that's men's fault. I mean, here's a reality check. Marriage isn't a therapy session, and emotional immaturity isn't a gender-wide get-out-of-jail-free card. The same feminist demanding transparency is now saying, actually keep your deep thoughts to yourself, sweetie. It's like, no wonder men are walking away. They're damned if they do and they're damned if they don't. But newsflash, mutual respect and emotional resilience are basic relationship skills. If you can't handle honesty, maybe skip the altar and go get a diary instead. Men, vet your partners very, very hard. Anyways, modern relationships are like a dumpster fire fueled by entitlement, emotional immaturity, and cultural erosion of accountability. Women cry cheating while out cheating on their partners, blame men for their own bad choices, and then they expect emotional equivalents of a security blanket. Meanwhile, hookup culture and social media have turned relationships into transactional chaos. Then sprinkle on a little corporate greed and government interference, and voila, the family unit's DOA. As for solutions, as always, men, stop simping and start vetting. Build yourself up, focus on your goals, and don't settle for partners who bring drama and dysfunction. And women need to embrace accountability, quit playing the victim, and drop the feminist propaganda that sold them this false empowerment. You want a traditional marriage? Be the partner who deserves it. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.